After the meeting, safety equipment is selected and placed on a clean surface prior to inspection. The crew carefully inspects all safety equipment before each use. For all rubber equipment that needs to be tested electrically, test dates must be checked. If the rubber equipment test date is expired, do not use it until it has been tested again by a properly equipped testing facility. Prior to each use, it is vital that you inspect your rubber gloves to make sure they are safe to use. Damage that has occurred while in storage or during the last use could result in them being useless for protecting the user from electrical shock. The flaws you'll be checking for include cuts, punctures, ozone cutting, UV checking, embedded foreign material, oil contamination, or gloves that leak air. Each pair is also given a thorough air test. This can be accomplished by the roll method as shown. Hold the glove downward and grasp the cuff. Roll the cuff tightly to force air into the finger and palm area of the glove. Hold the inflated glove close to your face and ear to listen or feel for any air escaping from holes. While the glove is inflated, inspect the surface for cuts, abrasions, tears, or any other damage that may affect the integrity of the insulating glove. Close attention should be paid to possible ozone damage, especially in the work area of the glove. The Salisbury Portable Glove Inflator is useful to conduct a very thorough field test of gloves. As demonstrated in the video, the inflator allows workers to inspect more of the surface area of the glove as compared to the manual cuff rolling method. This can help spot damage to the rubber that could otherwise go unseen by the user. If any rings, watches, or any other conductive objects are worn, they should be removed since they are considered unsafe and could damage the rubber gloves. Properly sized gloves are important to ensure worker comfort and maximize user dexterity. Measuring the hand is easy, as shown in this demonstration. Using a soft measuring tape, measure around the palm of the hand between the thumb and the index finger. This distance, measured in inches, is the appropriate glove size. If you will be wearing cotton glove liners under the rubber gloves, increase the measurement by 1/2 inch to compensate for the added thickness. Leather protectors should always be worn over electrical insulating gloves to provide needed mechanical protection against abrasions, cuts, and punctures. To avoid the risk of electrical flashover, the distance between the end of the cuff of the protector and the end of the cuff of the rubber glove shall not be less than that specified in ASTM F496. For example, with Class 0 and 00 rubber gloves, the distance between the top of the protector and the top of the cuff of the rubber glove is 1/2 inch minimum. For Class 1, it would be 1 inch. Class 2 is 2 inches. Class 3 is 3 inches, and Class 4 is 4 inches. Leather protectors are inspected also. Look for cuts or holes in the leather gloves. If any damage is found, the gloves are not suitable for protecting the rubber gloves they are worn over. If oil or other contaminants are on the protectors, this could also cause damage to the rubber gloves beneath them. Leather protectors should never be used as work gloves, and work gloves should never be used as leather protectors. Proper storage of the gloves between uses is very important. Rubber gloves should be stored in a glove bag, usually made of canvas, with air holes in the bottom to allow for proper ventilation. Do not store more than 1 pair of gloves in each bag. Also, do not store gloves near sources of heat. When putting the gloves in the bag, do not fold them. Sleeves are also inspected on both surfaces, looking for the same types of damage that can affect rubber gloves. Carefully roll each sleeve between your fingers, looking for any damage over the entire surface of the rubber. The sleeves must also be inspected on both sides. The inside and outside surfaces of the line hose should be inspected for possible damage. Even though line hose is made of thick rubber, it can still be made unsafe by cuts, tears, or punctures. Carefully open the line hose as far as possible to allow for proper inspection of the inside surface. Blankets are inspected on both surfaces using the roll and turn method. If blankets are inspected on the ground, precautions must be taken to provide a barrier from the bare ground surface. A simple tarp will protect blankets from unexpected damage during the inspection. Start by carefully rolling the blanket and inspecting the entire surface area of the rubber. Look for any cuts, tears, punctures, chemical damage, or ozone deterioration. This procedure must be followed for both sides of the blanket until the entire surface area has been inspected. Other protective equipment that will be used is also inspected prior to each use. As with line hose, the inside of this insulating hood must be inspected to make sure there is no damage to the rubber.